What's up, guys? Back with another video. I wanted to make a video for Prot Warriors who plan to dungeon grind to 70. Um, Whether you're playing Prot Warrior at 70 or you're just in a dungeon group and you're gonna grind, I'm gonna give you a couple specs that you could use and the spec I'm personally using on day one of TBC. So yeah, let's get into it. Um, First thing, we're gonna grab Tack Mastery. This is the only thing we're grabbing in Protection Tree. We're not really gonna change the spec until like level 67. That's when we'll go more defensive. But for now, we're gonna start with 3 in Tack Mastery, which, if you read, allows you to keep 15 rage when you switch stances and increases the threat generated by your Bloodthirst and your Mortal Strike. Um, we're gonna be using Bloodthirst as your main spender, your big hard hitting ability. So boosting the threat is good. We're gonna go 5 out of 5 in Cruelty, 5 out of 5 in Unbridled Wrath. Here's where you can make a change. Um, for me, I'm running a group of me, um, a Fury Warrior, an Enhanced Shaman, a Rogue, and a Holy Priest. So I'm going to go 4 into this and put the 5th point into Piercing Howl just to have that slow in case things run or whatever. You don't need it, but my other warrior will have this talent. He'll have Battle Shout. I'll just use Commanding Shout. It'll be 5% weaker. You don't have to do that again. You can just go 5 out of 5. It's preference there. Then we're gonna go with 5 out of 5 into Enrage. Obviously, we're not crit. Yeah, you're not gonna be crit immune in this, so you're gonna be getting crit. Next, Sweeping Strikes. Obviously, this is super important. This is a great ability. We're gonna go 4 into Dual Specialization. We're gonna grab 5 out of 5 Flurry, and we are going to go into Bloodthirst. Now we're at level 43. So, after that, we're going to go 3 into Heroic Strike, 2 into Parry, or in Deflection. We're going to go straight into Improved Charge. This talent for dungeons is amazing. Like, on the PTR, I did so many dungeons, heroics, everything at max level. Um, and even at level 70, like, grabbing the cookie cutter build where you don't get this and you grab like 5 out of 5 cruelty, it doesn't feel good. Like when you have to stance and it just feels horrible. This allows you to charge in, swap to distance as you're charging and have a way bigger threat dump as opposed to just like charging in without it, going distance. It just gives you a free thunderclap into a cleave or whatever, devastate cleave, whatever you're doing. So now we're at level 50. We take this 3 into thunderclap, and I'll explain why we're grabbing this as well. 1 into anger management, 3 into deep wounds. Now from here we have to add another point. I'm gonna go into deflection, and we're gonna spend our last 2 points in impale. The reason I'm grabbing thunderclap is because I still find myself using it a ton. Like when you're gonna charge in and you're gonna sweeping strikes. You're gonna hit Zerker stance and you're gonna whirlwind. Right after that whirlwind is done, you're going straight back to D stance and you're just cleaving and bloodthirsting. Pretty much that's it. Maybe sorry, not devastating. Maybe sundering in between. But for the most part, you're so OP at the beginning, these things are just gonna fall over. And charge in, hit the sweeping strikes, hit the whirlwind, into D stance, thunderclap, cleave, and everything is stuck on you at that point. Like you're not too worried about it. Um, but later on down the line, it's these mobs are gonna start hitting a lot harder. So at like 67, I'm gonna advise you to swap to deep prot, and I'll give you that spec. But after this, let's continue. So what I would do after this, at 61, I'm leaning more toward probably going into anticipation. Once I really want to get. I'm really aiming for toughness. That's like the one of the better ones. Defense is cool, but armor is a straight damage reduction, and it's just overall better in dungeons, in my opinion. So at 62, we're down to here. We're gonna throw 5 into toughness, and that's it. That's 67. At this point, and like I would swap to a normal tank, but you you could grab last stand and stay this build till 70 if you want to try it. And from there, I would just probably throw 2 into defiance. But if you're if you don't want to grab last stand, you don't care about the armor, you feel like you're having an easy enough time, you can add 1 into here. If you want to get some hit, you can grab some hit, do precision. You could go Iron Will to have a chance to reduce your stuns, or you could go back into deflection. You can get the hit rating for 3%, go back into deflection, 2 out of 2, and from there you're really able to go wherever you want. You can put a point into commanding presence. Yeah, that's really up to you how you feel about it. But for me, my level 60 build is going to be this right here minus, where's this point that we're missing? What are we missing here? We're at 61. What extra point did I? Oh, there we go. Yeah, this would be the build that you're starting with at 60. Now at 67, I would respec and I would go something like this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna get 3 in defiance. We're gonna be using a shield a lot more, so I would put this on a lot. Like on most trash, I'm using a shield. On a boss, you can probably do it well. It's not that big a deal. So we're gonna go for this. We're gonna go 3 out of 3, an improved Sunder, which also affects Devastate. We're gonna come down here. We're gonna grab Conk Blow. This is really nice to have. Just a free stun. I use this a lot. Like if my taunt's on cooldown, like let's say I taunt a mob and another gets pulled, I'll Conk Blow, wait for taunt to come off, and then pick that up. 5 out of 5 in one hand specialization. 3 out of 3 shield mastery. 1 into shield slam. 3 into focus rage. 5 in vitality, and 1 in devastate. At this point, we're at 54. You would go 3 here, 2 here, 2 here, 3 here, and 3 here. This is what I would swap to at 67. And from here to 70, you're just gonna go probably 3 out of 3 into this, into parry. This would be the level 70 dungeon build. I use this specific build on the PTR in almost every heroic, and just having the ability to charge and have a decent chunk of rage made it a lot easier to have like a good threat dump on multiple mobs. Um, it just felt way better. I tried it with I tried dungeons with this build, like the cookie cutter. This would be like your rating build right here. I tried it with this build and it just felt clunky. You charge in, you do like one attack, and if they pop off too early, like a warlock just instantly starts seeding, it's over. You don't have the rage, like it's just really, really annoying. Um, so yeah, I would recommend if you can have 2 builds and you're tanking dungeons and raids to put these here. It just feels way better. Um, but yeah, That's just my opinion. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to show you guys. Yeah, the first build I'm going with, that's what I'm leveling with. I'll run it till 67, and I'll swap to this at 67, and I'll go into deep wounds from there. You can put one into anger management, two into deep wounds. That's fine too. But this build overall feels it performs really well in heroic dungeons. Anyways, happy New Year's. Thank you for watching, and I will be streaming a bunch in TBC.